Oh, good morning.
Good morning. See, if Debbie and I start talking too much before the record buttons hit, then we get into our cacklingness and then we have issues.
Yeah, and our makeup starts to run.
Okay, I don't care
So,
about that part.
okay, good morning, everybody. Is
Good
it still
morning,
morning
everybody.
at your house? No, probably not. It's not morning anymore, is it?
It
Almost.
is
It
morning
is
just
still
for
morning.
another few minutes. Yeah.
Okay. So, good morning. We are the Periscoping Sisters. I'm Debbie. I live in California,
And I'm Amy. I live in Georgia.
and we just got back. Oh, today is Sunday, October 23rd. For those of
Right.
you who like to know,
2016.
2016 when we're recording. And we just got back from the New York Sheep and Wool Festival called Rinebeck, and it was the most fabulous weekend.
And I've never heard one person say, you know what, I went to Rinebeck and it just stank. Nobody has said that. And just like I agree with several people's podcasts, they said even if I didn't buy one skein of yarn,
Yeah.
it still would have been the best weekend because it was all about connecting to those people that know us and we don't know them, or we know them and they don't know who we are, and perfect complete strangers who come up to you and you think they know you and they don't. Remember
or
that?
or yeah, oh that's right. You think they might know you and they really don't know you.
They really don't.
You
And you're
think
like,
you're
well, okay.
a little bit more
Thank you,
popular
stranger.
than you really are, and then
I
you
guess
get put
so. It
back
put
in
me
your
in my
place.
place.
You got to tell that story. That was funny.
I know, I will.
No, thank you. Boy, we're
Okay.
gonna go get donuts. So
Is he going to get some of my favorite? Tell him to get a couple of my favorites.
get a
The
couple of
chocolate
Aunt
ice,
Amy's favorites.
the chocolate ice with the white cream in the middle.
Okay. Chocolate ice with
And I'll be
white.
right over.
She's gonna come over and get some. Okay. So yeah, I think we'll get into all the some stories
Rhinebeck
and
stuff.
stuff, but coming
Let's do some
away from that.
administrative stuff,
Okay,
maybe.
administrative
Okay.
stuff. So
Let's first.
we
Okay, before we do anything, I forgot I didn't even mention to you, Debbie. We did pull a winner for the red herring hat by Soprano Knits, right?
yes. I already contacted Becky. I contacted
Okay.
the winner. She sent the pattern. Everything's taken care of.
Okay, perfect. Okay, good.
Okay.
Next, check
Next,
off.
check. So we
Check.
were contacted by our friend Alpaca Anna before we left for
So sweet.
Rhinebeck, actually, and we were going to talk about it in our Periscope at Rhinebeck, and we totally forgot because we were so hyped up on
We didn't even know our
Friendship
names
View.
when we did all
Yeah,
that. So, what can we
yeah.
remember?
So we apologize, Anna, that we're a little late in getting this out.
Yeah.
But she designed a beautiful new shawl. It's called the Butterfly Friendship Shawl.
Hmm.
And here is a picture of it.
It is so beautiful. I love it.
And she has provided a 20% coupon code off the Butterfly Friendship Shawl pattern for the viewers of the Periscoping Sisters. So here is the coupon code. It's capital PERI, capital SIS
20.
20. Yes,
Perry
Periscoping.
says.
So Parasis 20. And that coupon code is good until November 7th. So she told me that it takes fingering weight yarn, 2 full 400-meter skeins, because as you can see, the edging on this is just gorgeous. It has a lace
Yes.
top and a beautiful textured edging that goes around the
Yeah.
bottom. And she said if you have 2 400-meter skeins, you should have plenty. You'll have a little bit left over, but not much. And it uses a size 6, I think, 5 or 6 size needle.
US.
Yeah.
Very
So
good.
thank
That's
you,
beautiful.
Anna, for that
Thank you,
great
Anna.
uh, donation to the podcast.
Yeah.
You want to do your thing?
Shall I talk about Gabicorn?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you saw Andre Sue Knits Rhinebeck podcast, you will have seen me kiss Gabicorn's hiney, which
What
who
were you
wouldn't? I'm
doing?
surprised. I was just giving kisses all over.
And I have to take a moment real quick just to say thank you again, Corey, for
Oh
taking all that
yeah.
video. You were the most patient man of the whole weekend, I think, walking around and taking video and just being your sweet self and then waiting for Andy to visit all of us and spending time with us
Can you believe they drove all that way, stayed overnight,
and
did the
drove back
whole
the next
entire
day.
day, and drove back the whole next day, and Annie didn't buy one thing?
I know.
Her kids and her husband were probably bored to
No, I don't think
tears.
so. I don't think so. Their whole family
Well,
is
they
so
saw
close,
the
and they,
animals.
yeah, they
Oh,
got.
I know. Okay, let me go back.
Okay,
My children would have been bored to tears.
mine. I would not have even brought them on a trip like that. There's no way.
That's why we left them home.
I,
Hello, duh.
I,
But her kids are so much fun. I could have sat there and talked to Rachel and um
Abigail.
Abigail, and we did. I mean, we
Yeah,
sat, and I'm just like,
we
I
hung
was
out with
just
them
trying to
more than we did Andy there for a while because
I
Andy's
I
just too
just wanted to
popular.
I just wanted to bring them home with me. I was just like, "Can I adopt you girls? Can you come home with me, pink hair and all?"
I
And I
know.
didn't. Oh
I
my
don't have
gosh, it
any
really what.
girls.
Well, we didn't want. Well, that's true. We didn't want them to leave, and they didn't want to leave. And Andy says, "Well, I got to use the restroom," and we're like, "Well, we'll just go with you. Shall we go inside too?" So we waited for Andy to get done, and we were talking. Then they came out, and then finally we had to say goodbye. And I swear, I thought I was going to cry.
I know.
It
I
was
mean,
terrible.
we've known
I
Andy
love that
since the
family. I love all
beginning.
these families. I
Abigail
know.
Abigail did Gabacorn for us,
I
and I
know.
mean that was like one of the very first things
First things we did.
we even did. I mean, we've known them since we
Yeah,
first started doing Instagram. We connected with her,
I know. So
and
awesome. So,
okay,
so we're just going to keep, well, we could talk about Andy and her family like the whole podcast.
I know we got to keep it
And
moving.
everybody already knows about how great they are. Okay, so we've got the little book. Oh my gosh, so many things. It was just, it's
Didn't you
so
love
awesome.
reading through it, Aim?
I did. I loved reading through it. And one of the things that I said on the very front cover was put in there like what yarn you used, and I don't even think I put in there, place your favorite yarn in the mane or tail, piece of notebook, tell me where you got it and what you made with it. And I didn't even put like where you're from, but people followed suit. They put down like
Yeah.
this countries, and oh my gosh,
Are they putting their
Capricorn's been,
Instagram names in there too? You should add that.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have. And I
Okay.
think I
Good.
put it in there. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So, okay. So, Carlina G is the next. She's number, okay. So what month are we in? October. She's the 25th post. And we have like 100 and some. That's okay. Like I said,
That's
put it
about
in your
4 years.
will.
4 years.
In case you croak, and then somebody will know when they get this fiber unicorn what to do with it. Okay, so Apron Addict is next. Okay, so let me tell you, if you go
Oh,
and
Susie.
see, okay, yes, if you go and see that your name has been deleted, because I did that twice today, because they already got it. Like transitory,
Oh.
Candace,
Okay.
she was supposed to be one of the people, but she's already
You already had it.
she had it when it was up there with Jenny and Laura.
Okay.
So also Spicy Homemaker Melissa,
Right.
she put hers in at Rinebeck, so I deleted her post. So Apron Addict is next after Carlinergy, and then Jenny Rakoto, and then after that is J.K. Macbog.
That's
So
that's Joe Karen.
I know. So it's coming to San Diego and then away and then back, right? Or is
Yes.
Apron Addict? She's in San Diego. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So it's going to Tucson, Arizona first. I'm going to send her out on Monday.
We're keeping
And
the
so,
postal people in business.
yeah, because all they have to deliver is just junk mail. So it gives them something interesting to deliver. Okay. So is there anything else before we start in our Rhinebeck Piggery?
No.
Okay. So I need to tell my Life is Short story, which is part of the Rhinebeck trip.
Okay.
Remember?
No.
Okay, so Debbie's heard it. So really, really quick. I mean, I can make it a 20-minute long story.
No. Please don't.
I can make it a 2-minute long story. Okay, so on the first leg of my trip, going up. Okay, tick tock, doo 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 doo. Okay, I'm wasting time. The first leg of the trip, I was going up to Philly. We were about 30, 45 minutes away from Philly. Everyone's quiet. It's 6:30 in the
Oh
morning,
my god.
7 o'clock. Everything's quiet. And over the loudspeaker, the flight attendant says, "If anybody is a medical professional on the flight, please put your call button on." I'm like, this is not happening. This is not happening. Okay, so I thought a few things. I'm not going to have to do brain surgery. I knew that much. I thought I might have to do CPR, so I'm like reviewing the CPR. Okay, I might have to use the shocker AED, but that talks to you and tells you how to do it. And I could visualize the person laying in the aisle and my feet on either seat, like bending over. This is what I'm thinking in like this 10 seconds before I'm trying to figure out, do I really want to push my call button or do I not? So then I said, okay, nobody else has, I will. So I pushed a call button. I went up a few rows. There was a gentleman there and he had been passing out, not feeling good. He wasn't diabetic. Well, come to find out, took his blood pressure. It was like 57/30.
That's not good.
Okay, okay, that's not good. That's very low. And as soon as I took the blood pressure, the flight attendant says, the pilot wants to know if we need to make an emergency landing. I'm thinking, you're asking me?
You're like, no, heck
This,
no, I'm going to Rinebeck.
I,
Keep this bird
okay,
going.
okay, so that did go through my mind. I can't deny that, and I cannot lie. I'm thinking, I have got to catch a flight in Philadelphia for a very important weekend. We cannot do an emergency landing in some field somewhere in
Meanwhile,
Pennsylvania.
this poor guy's having a heart attack.
Of course, he's like, "Oh, I really think we better land somewhere quick." Okay, well, all joking aside, if his blood pressure was like 280 over 150, I would absolutely say we've got to land. I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't realize how much of an emergency it was until I talked to Mother, who kind of let me know. So anyway, the man was severely dehydrated. I started having him drink water, and within 10-15 minutes, his blood pressure came up to normal.
You
So I'm
saved the
telling
day. Drink some water.
Okay, so I'm telling Debbie, shut up. So I'm telling Debbie the story. So initially when I start telling the story, she's like, "Oh my God, you saved somebody. You saved a man." So Debbie listened to the long version, the 20-minute version. At the end, she said, "You didn't save anybody. You told him to drink water. I could have told him to drink water. You did not save anybody. So don't even think it was all that." And I felt really bad because I was just like, I thought I helped him. I think I did save him. Well, then Mother said, Amy, actually, if his blood pressure would have kept dropping even lower, he could have had a heart attack. So maybe I did save maybe
You
the
did
day.
a wonderful thing that day.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you,
Now
thank
you can
you.
pull your thing away from your mouth just the tiniest bit because it looks like the thing might be a little too high.
Too high? Is it better? Too
It's
low?
better.
Is
Yeah.
that better? Check, check,
It's
check,
check.
test, check,
Sound check.
check,
Okay.
sound check. Okay, so now let's move on to our Rhinebeck piggery.
I want you to tell the story about the lady that didn't know you.
Okay, so hold on a minute. Let me grab. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, so when we were, since Rhinebeck didn't start till Saturday, we were walking around town on Friday and we went into this little place called Fiber Flame and we're like, oh, it's a yarn store. And we're looking through the window and we're like,
Where's the
this is not a
yarn?
yarn store. That's not a yarn store. But they had so many cool eclectic other things and they actually do pottery and painting pottery and firing pottery in the back, for people
Yeah.
who want to paint. So what did we find but unicorn horns? There was only 5 of them. So me and Debbie and Chelsea and Sue and Connie Chili Knits wore our unicorn horns around Rhinebeck all day on Saturday. Number one, it was great because we could find each other. If we were close, we could kind of look and see. Number two, it was a hit. People were asking us where we got them. We
Yeah.
said, well, we didn't get them here at the Sheep and Wool Festival. We got them in Rhinebeck, the town, and there's no more left. Sorry. But we did see a fiber artist there at Rhinebeck, and he took a picture of it. And I said, you want to make a killing next year? You need to make about 200 of these.
Yeah.
And I think he might.
I
And
think
it's
he
just in a
will.
little stretchy band. Okay, so anyway, we're walking around. And of course, after a while, you forget you even have these things on.
Yeah.
And we look total dorky with our, but
Who
who
cares?
cares?
We
Got a
had fun
Rhinebeck
with it.
sweaters, Nanabeck sweaters, and a unicorn horn. Okay, so a lady comes up to me. Of course, it's very, very crowded. She grabs me by the arm. She's like, "Oh my gosh!" I'm like, "Yeah, what's your name?" Okay, I didn't say that, thank God. And I just kind of smiled, and she said, "Where did you get that unicorn horn?" I'm like, "Mm-hmm." I said, "Well, then it kind of pissed me off." No, it didn't really piss me off, but I was just like,
You thought that
you can't get one because we bought them out in Rhinebeck. But thank you for asking. Bye." So, I
she
mean,
didn't really know who you were.
no, she just thought she just wanted my horn. That's what she wanted. And then we ran into so many great people that watch us. Phyllis was so sweet.
Yeah.
I could just put her in my suitcase and take her
She
home.
was a
Could you not?
cutie. Yeah.
We saw her Saturday and Sunday. Anjanette, who's on Sue's Periscope a
Every
lot,
morning. Yeah.
she recognized us. And then later on, we were back at Miss Bab's booth and we saw her again. And I had to pinch her booty. And I did. And she turned around and she's like, oh, hi. I'm like, you are the only girl that I know who's in a strange crowd of people. If somebody pinched my butt, I'd probably be turning around swinging. But I mean, I wanted to bring her home too.
Yeah.
But we've met so many nice people,
And
didn't
even
we?
Friday night when we went to the Indie Untangled,
Yeah.
that one gal, I don't remember her name, but it was like from across the whole lobby, you hear,
Amy.
Amy!
The two women that got off the bus. Is that who you're talking about? And we saw them at Rinebeck
We
then
did.
again. But
We did. And
so
next, it was
funny.
so funny because even if people wear name tags, that helps. But I almost feel like we should have a little book that people can put their Instagram names in, and so
And
we
guess
can
who
go back
did?
and follow them because I don't
Paula
know.
did.
Paula did. Who else did?
Knitting Pipeline. That's who, and
Oh,
that's the only
that's the
one.
only one that
Yeah.
you could think of. So anyway, yeah,
So that was really
meeting
funny
everybody was
because
fab.
Debbie, we were standing on the podcaster meetup on the hill, and Debbie's like, "Look over there!" And of course, Amy Beth was there. We had to go talk to her, and so we started crying, and then we had to stop crying because she reminded us of Wendy. And then Debbie's like, "Look over there! There's Paul and Knitting Pipeline." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, nobody's around her. Should we go?" Should we go say hello? And you're like, yeah, yeah. So we go up and we're like, hi. What did you say, Debbie?
Actually,
Like, you don't
Amy,
know.
we were standing there, and her group was kind of inching closer to ours, and then she kind of turned around, and she was there, and she came up, and she said, I was gonna come up and introduce myself," and I
We're
was like,
like,
"What?
what?
Introduce yourself? Like you don't need to introduce yourself. We know who you are." She
We're
was
just
so
like,
sweet. I was even
oh, she
surprised
was
that
so
she
sweet.
like knew who we were. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I'm
Anyway,
so in like Flynn. Paula, when you watch this, and I'm not going to announce it. I'm
she may
sorry,
not be
Paula.
watching.
Well, I'm just going to tell her. If she knew who we were, she obviously watches. So
Maybe.
I'm just going to tell
Hi,
Paula,
Paula.
hi, Paula. Okay, so this is a little encryptogram. I'm in like Flynn, April 2017. That's all I'm saying. I'm not doing any advertising because I don't want all the seats to be gone.
Maybe save a spot for me because maybe I'll hop on a plane.
Okay, maybe I'll save you a spot, but nobody else needs to know about it. So we're going to move right along.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
So, where do we want to start? We've been jumping all around. There's no use trying to be chronological about it. We're not
Okay, so
chronological people.
so I have some things that actually showed up at my house while I was gone at the Rhinebeck Piggery Fest.
Let's not show that. Let's save
Okay, so
that
I'll show
male
those
stuff
next
for
time.
next time.
Oh, but I wanted to show one
No, I
thing.
have some stuff too, but we'll be
All
here
right, we'll save it.
forever.
Oh my. Okay, so I'm just going to pick out of my bag and I'm going to go through the things I got.
Okay, how about we do gifts first?
Now, see, I thought we were just going to go by ear. Now, that is not going by ear. That is being methodical. Then I have to dig down in
Okay,
all
don't
kinds
do
of
that.
things.
Don't let's not do that. You just show
Okay,
something and
that will
then I
take
will
us
show
forever.
something.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show is,
Wait, before we
uh,
show anything.
oh my God, Mother, it's not my fault. I am trying to move Debbie along, but she just
I
wants
I
to
know
interject.
we already said how great it was, but I really just want to say how great it was again and how much fun it was to be with everybody. And how
Okay, we'll say it one more time. Go ahead.
it
Do,
was just so
do,
nice to
do,
meet all
do,
of
do.
you. Our people that watch
I
us and
know.
people that we watch and just the whole feeling of the weekend. I don't remember who it was. It was it was Amber from the Yarn Hoarder who
Yeah,
said that it was just this feeling that pervaded the whole weekend where
yeah,
it was like we already all knew each other because we already had this one thing in common. And you could
yeah,
comment or ask a question about someone's garment, and they were more than happy and willing
yeah.
to explain it and talk about it. And it was just like no other place I've been. So anyway, okay, that's my
Think
little.
about it. Think about thousands of cat ladies getting together in one place,
It
and they're
wasn't
kind
like
of
that.
okay. Yes, it was. Let me finish my thought. And see, in the real world, they're sort of out. on their own. People say, "Oh, that's the cat lady." And so they know them at the football game as the cat lady. And then they go to a convention where there's like thousands of cat ladies around. They're like, "Oh my God, I finally got home. I finally am understood."
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's sort of like that.
Yes.
It is. It's so great.
We feel when we're in our own element at our own homes and in our own workplaces that
Mhm.
we are this tiny little island in
Yeah,
this community that we know is there, but we don't feel that community, right with us
on a
as
day to
often as
day.
we would like. And then when you're at
Yep.
Rinebeck, it's like everybody's there and everybody's together, and it just
Yep.
kind of it gave me goosebumps right there. So anyway,
Okay, are you finished
I'm
saying
finished.
all
Okay,
those
already.
wonderful, warm, fuzzy things?
I'm finished saying my words. Yes. You already. You,
Okay, so nobody can get this either. So Nanny Nanny Poo Poo, this was a gift from my sister. It is her, what I'm calling this is her Zentangle bag, which is fabric made from one of her Zentangles that
you
she
already
actually
showed
finished
that.
on a pair. I don't care
No,
on the
you.
video.
Yeah, it's okay. Show it
Okay,
again
okay. So anyway, here. Okay, that's enough of that. It's going to be shown again at the end of the podcast on another little podcast
on a mini
video,
mini clip that we
on a mini
recorded
video. Okay, go ahead.
while we were. Okay, so this is one of my favorite things that
Excuse
I
me.
bought at Rhinebeck, and I'm kind of wishing that I had purchased more from this artist because um, he's just fabulous. I went back and I made Amy buy one too, and I think ours match pretty closely. But as you guys may know or remember, Wendy collected mice,
Oh
and
yes.
she was also so great with children. No matter where she went, if there was a child nearby, the child would gravitate and find their way to Wendy because that's just the way she was. So we happened to find these beautiful little ornaments that are mice, and it's like a little Pied Piper mouse. Can you see that? See, he's holding a
With
little
his little
flute.
with his little bag.
Yeah, Amy, you're not holding it in the middle of the camera.
Okay,
There you go.
excuse me.
Well, I don't want people to miss it. But look at the
Don't miss it.
detail in that. He's got a little knitted hat with a pom pom on top, and the little bag is got like a little felted bunny on it. And he's just
And this
adorable.
is this is the man that actually took a picture of our unicorn horns.
Yes.
And it's Lenart alpaca fiber. Well, it says Lenart alpaca fiber. Debbie, do you remember the name of the guy of the
No, look at the little feet. Oh my God, he's so cute.
I know, his little tail. Okay, so that was such a great purchase.
So that's
So
gonna
every
go
time we,
on
we
my
put on our
Christmas
little
tree.
Christmas tree, yes, ours too.
Love it.
Okay, I've got a gift from Sue, and I told Sue back in January or February when I was watching her periscopes when she was talking about knitting socks and how she's only going to do selfish knitting all year. When she was knitting these socks, I called Debbie that night and I said, "Did you see Sue's periscope?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Did you see those purple striped socks that she was knitting?" She says, "Yeah." I said, "Those are mine." She said, "Oh, you think so?" I said, "No, I'm telling you." Those she is making those for me, even though she's lying to everybody else, saying she's not doing anything. Those I'm going to get those at Rhinebeck, and guess what? I did.
They're so awesome. Patton's
They are awesome, and I wore 'em around for at least a day and a half.
and
Thank you, Sue.
and
Thank you,
Sue
Sue.
made me a
So
pair of
sweet.
socks too, and she made me the pair of socks
Oh
out
yeah,
of
most recently out of
yes.
her.
This is her Monkey A sock,
Mhm.
and it's using Molly the Homespun House. I think this is Half Blood Prince. I'm not sure, but it's the same yarn that she made her
Made well.
Madewell sweater out of.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Love that.
So I guess since
Thank you,
we're
Sue.
Thank you, Sue. Okay, since we're showing gifts,
I'll show
gosh, she's
you a
making me
gift
do
that
it.
came from my sister.
Which one's that? It's funny because somebody saw on our stash picture on Instagram, they said, "Oh, so good you could get the coloring book yarns." They were not at Rhinebeck.
No,
Debbie got those because I brought them from Georgia because I know how much she loves
self
self-striping
stretching.
socks, and I can't bring
Thanks, Ames.
myself to knit a vanilla sock. You're welcome. So here's a gift from Chelsea and Sue. This beautiful colorway they called just for Amy. And too bad you can't get it.
It's
This was one of those practice skeins, and then when it didn't really come out in the way that they wanted for the specific thing they were making it for, Sue said, "This is so Amy's." So thank you,
I don't know why
Sue.
they think it didn't turn out nice because that's the most gorgeous skein of yarn I think I've seen all weekend.
Well, it turned out for me. Isn't
That's
that
awesome.
gorgeous?
And then look at
So my
what they brought
colors.
for me. I got a sweater weather.
A sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
That is such a beautiful colorway.
I know the depth of color and all the speckles and the purple and
I'm glad they're going to keep that as one of their colorways all year round.
in case you didn't know, this is Legacy Fiber Arts. This is
Yes.
her steel toe 7525, 463 yards, sweater weather. Love it. Thank you, Sue and Chelsea.
And from Chile, who is Connie Knits, we've already told you she stayed with us in the house, and there's a little 10-minute video that's going to be popped in at the end of the podcast of a little mini podcast that the three of us did on the last night. Sue and Chelsea had already left. And Connie's like, "You guys haven't been together since March, since your very first podcast.
Yeah.
You've got to record something together." So she talked us into it. But this is from Chili Knits. And this is her mystery colorway.
Oh, wow. Look at that purple and that aqua. Oh,
Uh-huh.
love it. And
Little
this is
pop
the
of,
skein that I got from Miss Chili Knits. This one's called Let's Dance on her soft sock.
oh, that's so pretty. Oh,
Look at those greens. I love this electric green. Yes, Luke, where are you going? The beach. Okay.
she's got a couple new colorways coming, just FYI, that are the bomb.
Incredible. Oh my gosh.
The bomb.
The name of that one that she sent us a picture of.
The U one?
Yes.
Yes.
I just love that name. Is that it's always going to remind me of Rinebeck.
Yep. There's two other colorways you haven't
Hi,
seen that I've
Connie.
seen.
Miss you.
I miss you,
And
Connie.
Solange,
And
you
Sue and
guys.
Chelsea. I
Solange
know. Her mother.
was. Hi, Solange. I know you're probably going to
Hey,
watch this
Mama.
too. We had such a fabulous time. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. And she is an amazing artist.
Artist and sculptor.
Amazing artist.
Painter and
So, anyway.
sculptor. Okay, so moving right along with the
Oh, and I
piggery.
also got this from Connie because it was funny. Connie was admiring my Mrs. Brown's bag, and she said, "I haven't been able to get one of those. I want to get one so bad." I said, "Okay, well then you take this one." She's like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." So she said, "Okay, well we'll swap." So she gave me one of her bags to swap.
And really, the colors on both of the bags were so similar. Although, of course, Jody's was one of the knitted fabrics, right?
No, it
Was it?
was the yarn splat with the yarn balls and all the different
Oh, oh,
looked
oh,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
watercolor.
Because you had a couple bags with you from, didn't you? Didn't you
Yeah,
have
I
that
had
a knitted one
another
for
knit
Jody?
one, the mini one. So we are gonna. I'm gonna take this moment to say, Connie, we're waiting on your podcast. That's all I'm
Yes,
gonna
she
say.
started asking us some questions about podcasting and whatnot,
Yes. So
and what not to do, like we did. Learn from our mistakes. The sound's not good. Really? Okay, let's move along. Okay, so should we talk about our Ms. Babs?
I showed my Miss Babs on the little clip at the end, but I can pop it in
Okay,
again because I don't think the
I
color
forget
was
what
all
we
that
talked
great that
about.
night.
I forget what we talked about. Did we talk about like getting a selfie with her up there at the
No, but I did
up
put
at the
that picture in at the end of the podcast. I'll put it in at
Okay, so first after Debbie and I got through the crowds and picked what we were going to buy from Miss Babs' little setup, we said, "Oh my gosh!" I mean, it was a little bit later. I mean, okay, Rinebeck opened at 9 o'clock Saturday. I think we were there maybe 12:30. We're like, "Oh my gosh, there's only 4 or 5 people in line. How this is awesome!" So we get in line, and this sweet little lady comes up to us and she says, "Hello, girls. Are you enjoying your time?" We're like, "Oh, yes, we're enjoying our time." Of course, I didn't know who it was, and Debbie probably did. She was probably like, bah, ah, bah, bah, bah. And she says, "Well, um, They told us that we needed to leave some space here so people could walk around the back of this building, but the end of the line is
Outside.
outside. Like, oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm surprised the people behind us didn't tackle us and say, hey, ding dongs, back of the line.
Yeah.
So we went outside, around the corner, down to the end of the line, which we only stood in line, what, 20 minutes or so?
Yeah, maybe that.
And of course, Kristen was in front of us, Vine. So, and of course, then Stephen West was there. So she
Yeah.
just had like, we were like, well, hold your yarn, go, go, go. So she got a really cool
She
picture.
refused in the beginning. So she was
She was
standing
just
right
like,
in
no,
front of me.
no,
She's like,
oh
"No,
no.
no, no."
I'm
I
like,
said,
yes, yes,
"No,
go
you
ahead.
should. You should."
And she had her
No,
exploration
no,
station
no.
on. And
No, no.
didn't
I
you
said,
say he
"Get your
posted the picture?
get your butt over there." And she's like, "Okay." So we took her yarn, we held her stuff, and she went over there and she got those pictures. Now she's featured
And
on
he post
Ravelry.
I saw the picture of her in Ravelry. Didn't you say that Stephen West
He
posted
did.
on his IG feed the picture of
Yes.
her and him?
Yes.
So cool. Okay, so anyway,
But wait,
my Ms.
before we move
Babs.
on, it
Oh,
was so cute.
yes.
Did you see how she came back to the line?
Oh yeah, she was like she was jumping around. She was
She's
like
like bouncing like this.
she's like,
Yeah,
yeah, like
yeah. And I'm
I
like, good.
got
I'm
it.
so glad you did that.
Okay,
And you guys, she is the sweetest,
I know, Chris,
just like on her podcast.
and I think
Kristen,
I'm
if
the
you're
only
watching,
person. Hi, Kristen. I think I'm the only person who saw Stephen West 3 times and never went and got a selfie.
you were, I don't know what was wrong with you.
I don't know. I would. The only thing that without my filter would have said, I love your knitted pants. Are you wearing underwear? And I didn't like your doodler. And I really didn't think that was very nice. So instead of being unkind, I decided to be quiet. So that's what that was. But he did have his knitted pants on.
He was
I wondered
fabulous.
what was under there. I saw some men
What do
in
you mean?
kilts too. There were men
Knitted
in
kilts?
kilts. No, not knitted
Oh,
kilts. But
felt
when you see
kilts.
a man in a kilt, you always say,
Hmm.
wonder what's under the kilt. Okay, anyway, so this is what I got from Ms. Babs. It's called Peak Color. And I think a staple just fell out. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes. And
And
that's,
it's exactly what the beautiful trees in Rinebeck look like. And we got it in, it's the Yowza, right? So it's worsted, Debbie?
yeah,
Light worsted.
yeah.
Okay, so gorgeous, gorgeous.
And
I'm going to
this
put
is
all
the
these in my
color
cubbies
I
when I get
got,
done.
and you'll see this again at the end, but I think the color is going to show up a lot better here.
Mm-hmm.
This one's called
Debbie
Island.
kept picking.
I kept
Debbie
picking it
kept
up.
picking that up and she kept putting it down, picking it up. She's like, "Isn't this the one I just picked up a while ago?" I said, "Will you stop and just pick and just get it because you're going to
And then
regret it."
I got this beautiful buttery yellow
Oh, that's really beautiful,
to
Debbie.
go with it. And
Show
this
us
is
your nails.
it's a ton.
Is that a little spider? You got to
It's a
hold a
spider with a, it's a
spider
spider
web.
with a spider web.
They did a really good job.
Yes. So it's a lot of yardage. I could probably add some more to this and make a sweater of some kind, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with
Rinebeck
that. I just
sweater.
know they go together and they're really squishy. Okay.
And our Nanabeck and Rhinebeck sweaters went over really well,
Yeah.
didn't they?
I need to find the button I bought for the top of my sweater. I bought a little sheepy button. Now I don't know where I put it. It came home with me. I know it's here. It might, maybe I tucked it into my purse.
Okay, I hope you
Anyway,
did. Okay, so let's talk about Indie Untangle. Of course, when I was looking from the back side of Kristen's rack, because I couldn't get on the
the front
front side
side.
of Kristen's rack, I saw two skeins and I said, well, I very, very quickly got overwhelmed in that place. I don't think I'm claustrophobic, but Debbie and Connie went shooting over there to Kristen, and I was looking around. I said, "Wait a minute, I just am going to walk around a little bit." That's when I saw Stephen West for the first time and passed up a selfie. So then eventually, there was doors at the end of Kristen's line that opened up into the bar. So I said, "Well, I'm just going to go in there and sit down." So I sat down, and there was other people sitting knitting, and just as soon, and I was sitting there for quite a while. So just as soon, I was thinking, you know what? What am I sitting here without a glass of wine? Certainly, I need to order a glass of wine. Who shows up but Debbie?
Sorry.
So I said so much for that idea. And then when we got up, we saw the two sweet ladies that came running to us like long lost aunts off the bus. So then I finally went back inside and I said, well, I don't know that Kristen's going to have anything left. But she did. And not only did she, but she had the two skeins that I saw from the back side of the rack. So I bought them. They are both Stellina on the Stellina base. This is Deck the Halls. This is going to be my Christmas Eve cast on, Andy's cast on for my Christmas socks. Isn't
Who's?
that pretty? Danny,
Oh,
Little
Danny.
Bobbins.
I thought you said Andy.
No, Danny. And then this is the other one called Myth. It's a beautiful blue stonewashed denim color.
That's really pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
So thank you, Kristen. I got both of them.
And I showed mine on the little clip, like I said, but I don't know how well the color came up. But I got two skeins of her narwhal base, and this is called Mooncusser, and it's just a gorgeous
Oh, that's pretty.
purple and browns, speckles with some kind of rusty brown.
And you told a story on our little video about
Yeah,
that, right? Okay, so
yeah.
we won't say any more
Kristen
about it.
told me a secret about that. And then I also found this skein to go with it. And I'm thinking of using a skein of chocolate brown and pairing these together and making a sweater.
Wow.
You know the sweater that Melissa made? It starts out as a striped shawl and then you add to the top and the
Yes.
bottom.
Yes, yes. That was really, really cool.
I'm thinking about
That'd be
maybe
really cool.
making this into that sweat. Either that, this has MCN. Actually, this has silk. This has got blue face Leicester silk and cashmere. So this may be a little bit too hot to be something other than a cardigan. So I was thinking about maybe doing like a yoked cardigan in color work with these. And then,
Is it still too hot to wear at
but I
all?
would steek it. I would steek it, cut it down the middle, make mom help me figure that out.
Oh, 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 oh. Here I'm thinking like, Debbie, you are just making leaps and bounds in
I've
your
never
knitting
done it.
knowledge
I've
and
never done it
bravery.
before.
And then she throws in there, I'll have mom help me. Okay, never mind. Mom can do it. Just let her do it.
No,
Just let
I'm
her
not
do the
gonna
whole
let her
thing.
do it.
I'm only
I'm
kidding.
gonna do it, but I think that would be fabulous. And here, let me grab the brown because I have this beautiful brown from Zen Garden. This skein's kind of messy because I've undone it before. This one's called Black Moose, and this is their Serenity MCN. But look at that.
Oh, that's pretty, Debbie.
Wouldn't that be fabulous?
Yes.
Something striped, and I have two of those beautiful colors. Okay, sorry.
You
I'm getting
just
a
need
little
to
crazy.
move away from Southern California. It just does not blend well with your hobby.
I know. Did you get anything else from India Untangled?
Um, no.
I did. So let me show that real quick.
Okay.
So when I went through the line the first time, that's what I bought. And then I had and then when we went back, when you bought
And
yours,
then
I
and then
found
and then
something else.
and then we had to go back.
I found something else that I just like spoke to me. This is on her
They all are
this is
speaking
on
to
her
me.
blitzed base and this is her stellar banshee colorway. And I just
Mm,
the hot, look at the hot pink in that and
so pretty.
the gold, the orange,
Mm,
and the greens. Look at those speckles of greens right there.
so
And then
pretty.
I found this to go with it.
Oh, Debbie,
That's
you're so good
uncommon,
at color.
the uncommon thread. So this for sure is going to be Hohi's Pure Joy.
Blah. But do you have enough of it?
Yes, I heard
Or are
you
you
need
going to modify
two
it?
colors. No, you only need two colors.
But the one color takes almost 500 yards.
No, you're thinking of Party on My Needles.
I thought Pure Joy was too.
I don't think so.
I think I might be right.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to look it up.
Okay, so Kristen Kelly, I thought of you just that split second, so we're going to move along and not fight.
Yes.
Aren't you proud?
Yes.
Okay, well, I forgot to show my little Miss Babs too. I found two little heels, cuffs, and toes colorway. This is um, this is called Abigail. How about that, Abigail? And
How about that,
Scorpio.
Abigail?
So they'll be tucked into some socks.
And in case you didn't know, this is Miss Babs.
Who doesn't know Miss Babs?
I got a little stitch marker from her somehow. Did you have a stitch marker on one of your things? Look, on her
Yes,
card.
I see yours. Yes, I think I do. I think it may be in my box of other goodies and stitch markers that people gave us.
I have something else that we got at the Indie Untangled, and I can show it because I'm going to give it
You
to
bought
Mom
all kinds of
before
stuff. I think the only thing I'm. Oh yes, that's never mind. It wasn't for really for us.
um before this even goes up on the podcast. I'm going to give it to her this afternoon when she comes over.
Hi mom, love you. Hi dad. Sorry you
We
just had
bought.
to finish a sweater for Debbie, same color.
I know. I just realized she just finished it. Helped me finish a sweater that's the same exact color, but she can put this aside. It's
Okay,
called
Debbie.
Adriatic. Hey, what?
Hey, tell her to tell you about the pattern of that sweater you gave her to finish.
She already did.
I think it was worse than the Nanabec.
I
I
think it
mean,
may have been.
yes,
And I had no idea because I didn't get to the
I
part that
know.
was the problem.
I said to mom, I said Debbie would have never chosen that. Had she gotten frustrated like that, she probably would have frogged the entire
I
thing.
would have. And she told me
So
she knit, and then she had to frog
had to rip out
and re. Had I
twice or three
known that,
times.
I would have just
Yes.
said, just forget it.
You
I
know
hope
what?
the darn thing fits me. I hope it's not too. I'm gonna have to lose 20 pounds for it to fit me.
Well, people had said that the pattern was should have been knitted for an alien because where the arms were coming out from it is not. I mean, the back was short, the arm thing was. So we're not going to talk about the designer of that pattern because that would
Mom,
mean we would
something.
be unkind.
We need to get Mom something really special for doing all. Well, this is pretty special.
I'll ask her if she'd like me to finish her lace cardigan she's working on right now. No, that
Thank
won't happen.
you.
And she never would ask me that.
No, not at all.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so moving right along. So I found these Raisin Cane. Oh, who was talking about Raisin Cane? Was it the yarn hoarder, Amber? Oh
Oh,
my gosh, I don't
maybe.
know.
Yeah, maybe. Yes, that was from the Yarn Hoarder.
I got these three little minis.
I think you need
This
to
has
adjust
got,
your sound again. Sorry.
oh,
Still a
maybe I
little bit.
just need to,
No, no, back.
two. How's that? Is that any better?
Yeah.
How's the bars? Check, 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 check,
Check,
cash,
check,
check,
check, check.
check, check, check. Okay. So there's some more little minis for heels, cuffs, and toes. This has got pink and orange. So, okay. And what else do you have?
We went to the Primrose Yarn Company. Is that what it's called?
Yes, Primrose, my favorite, like one of my top favorite yarns. I've got mine right here. I got full moon banshee colorway. You gonna show yours?
Yes. Yours. It's so funny how we did such different. This is her heavy zigzag sock, 3-ply sport, and it's 328 yards. And I got the Supernova colorway.
Oh, yours has a lot of white, doesn't it, Deb?
Yeah, it's mostly cream, but it has these pops of this red, r- rusty red, and
That's
it's
beautiful.
got greens in it and some
Uh-huh.
gold and
What's the
teal.
colorway called?
It's called Supernova.
Wow,
And then
very
I got
beautiful.
another skein to go with it. This one's called Seeing Red.
Nice.
So I thought that really pulled out
It
this
does.
red color
It does.
down here.
Beautiful.
And this is a
Beautiful.
beautiful tonal with like
Mm-hmm.
dark
You don't have anything like
stuff.
that behind you, do you?
I don't think so. Not red. Well, I have some
I I
Madeline right there.
well I okay, whatever.
What do you think? Do you think if anybody wants to comment on the thread in our YouTube channel of what you might make with 660 yards of two colors of sport weight, I think this would make a great wrap.
Yes.
It's not enough for a sweater, so it's going to have to be like a
No.
cowl or a wrap or a maybe mittens and scarf and hat combo. But I just don't know if 660 is enough to do all that. I was originally thinking of doing like not a party on my needles, but something like that with stripes of this, with this as a solid. Maybe I'll just have to design
The
something new.
Drachenfeld,
Not
is
enough.
that
It's three colors.
oh, well, you could always do your new design.
I could do a new design.
No, new design.
No, I need lots of colors for that new design.
You're the designer. You can use as many or as little as you want.
What else you
Okay, so
got?
moving on. Okay, so let's talk about okay, so another thing we got to talk
Just so
about
you
that
know, we're
little
at
yarn garage.
45 minutes.
Okay, all right. Tick tock, tick tock. I'm moving. Okay, so into the world,
Yes.
Cap Captain Tight Pants.
Oh, aim,
And
that's, I love that.
what was so cool about the way they displayed their yarns is that they had socks knit up in
Yeah.
several of the colorways so you could see how the striping would go. And
And,
this is just so rocking.
and depending on the way the yarn is dyed, they had ones that had like this
Little
style, and the style I got was almost like zigzaggy stripes. They weren't like perfectly striped.
right,
And then they had
right.
another that was like mottled and just mixed, almost like a tonal. That was a different
Yeah,
style of
yeah.
dyeing. And then the third style, I don't remember what the
It was
third
just
style.
speckled. There were some that
Speckled.
were just sort of speckled.
So I bought the cat's pajamas, and it's got a big old leaf from Rinebeck on it somehow. But
That's pretty. That's Debbie's colors. So Debbie's colors.
yeah, so this is their, and they had tons of fiber there.
Hmm.
But this is a beautiful
And that was a busy
blue
booth.
to
That was a
silver
busy
gray
booth. Hmm.
with aqua.
So cool.
So,
Debbie, when we knit our socks, let's knit our Into the World socks together.
okay.
Okay.
Are you going to be able to do a plain vanilla?
Okay, no. Well, you know what? Okay, so I think I should make a pact with you because these are so incredibly cool and I have seen how they stripe
You
that
need
I
to
need to
just let
promise
them.
myself that I just need to do a vanilla sock.
And with the changing
I
in
will
the
try very
colors,
hard.
maybe
You don't
it'll
need
give enough
anything.
interest. Yeah.
Oh yes, it's not that vanilla socks aren't interesting enough. They're just boring as hell to make. That's all I'm saying. But the product is beautiful.
And you're going to zip them out so fast because you're just
Yeah,
knitting.
so even if I'm bored for 3 days, I can knit two socks in that amount of time if Ronnie is away. Okay, so don't let us forget to talk about the yarn garage. Remember at the back of
Oh, yes.
that general store of
Yes.
sorts?
And I
Okay,
also
so
got something else at the Indie Untangled that I forgot to share.
what's that?
I got my pom pom for my hat.
Oh my gosh, I knew I was going to regret not buying a couple of those. Now you can cut them down, but when you're spending $8 on that awesome of a pom pom, you would be a fool to cut that pom pom down.
What
That
do
is
you
the
think?
cutest thing I've ever seen. I love it.
So that's
It's
my red herring hat.
Debbie, you must have a smaller head than me, or I just knit too tight. Oh my
I
God,
went
Debbie,
I
it
went
is
up a needle
so,
size. I went up a needle
oh,
size.
that's why. It is
And it,
so cute. Oh my God, I love it. Debbie. Now, okay, it's certainly needless to say,
oh,
it is not, you certainly cannot wear. Why does it say I only have 10% battery remaining? I've got this thing plugged in. Um, you cannot wear that in San Diego ever. So you just gonna wear it around your house? I'm gonna make sure this thing's plugged in. I'm gonna go away for just a second.
okay. Well, we do have mountains
Why does it
near
only say
San
10?
Diego, and we have snow on those mountains. And I have family. James's family lives in cold places.
Okay, so I figured about this iPad that I'm using. I love that hat. It's using more battery than it even if when it's plugged in, so we're just gonna have to chop chop. So if we cut off for no reason, for some reason, we may have to cut and paste. Okay, so another
Okay.
thing that I got was color from Color Pearl. And I can't remember where I got this. I got this at Rhinebeck. It's called Midnight. Remember I said I needed to get, it's like a tonal. It's kind of, can you see, sort of
Yeah,
blacky, grayish, charcoaly?
that's going to look
Love
really
it.
pretty paired with something that is very
Yep.
colorful.
Okay, so the two things that I did get at the Yarn Garage, no, I got more than two things, but they're being knitted up right now in a new design I can't show you. Well, I could, but we'll talk about that later. They had a bunch of Madeline Tosh there. And I
I
got
bought some.
this one. It's called Electric Rainbow. It's in the Tosh Merino Light.
That's pretty. Is that a
Isn't
single?
that beautiful?
That's a
Yeah.
single, yeah.
And I
You could
got
pair that with that black
another.
yarn, that black charcoal
Yes, I
yarn,
could.
because it's got like flecks of black kind of in it. Yeah,
Yeah, very cool. And I got, which looks a lot like the one I got from Kristen, but I don't care. It's called Whitewash. This is another twist light
that'll make
from
beautiful
Madeline
socks.
Tosh. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah,
With a, I have to find something that's got a really pretty pattern.
that reminds me of my
Okay.
Agatha socks.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. You got much more?
I got two, three things maybe.
Okay, hurry up, chop chop, because I'm gonna lose my battery.
Okay, so when we went to the Gales Art booth, I don't know if you guys
Oh yeah.
remember, I bought a sock blank for Gales from Gales Art as a giveaway, and I ended up giving it away, even though I loved it, loved it, loved it. So when
I'm
we
surprised you
showed
gave it
up
away.
on Sunday afternoon or close to noon on Sunday, and she still had just probably 5 or 6 sock blanks left, you guys. This was
Did you see the
hanging there.
picture of all the ones she started with, and she had one sock blank left at the very end of Rinebeck? She sold them all, almost,
Yes.
almost.
Well, when I saw this hanging there, I said, "That's mine," and I grabbed it right away. I didn't even have to think about it. I got one of her extreme sock blanks, you guys. Look.
That's really, really great, Deb. It's beautiful.
Isn't that fabulous?
Isn't that wasn't that sort of like the one you gave away where it had
It's
sort of like a
almost
checkerboard? It's the
exactly
same.
the
Okay.
same.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that.
Cool. So I love how saturated the colors are,
I know.
but then how
Even the
like
backside. Look at how
watercolory.
saturated the backside is.
Yeah, pretty.
It's going to be so
So
cool.
pretty.
So I got that, and then I also the last day there we went to the fiber optic yarns booth, and I've been wanting to make it on the spice market for the longest time, and I didn't have I couldn't think of the colors or hadn't taken the time to put together the right number of colors and the right yardage to do that. And they had kits there, and I was just like,
Yep.
I'm getting it. So this is the kit I bought for the on the spice market.
Oh my gosh, it was grueling, you guys. Standing there with Debbie. Oh, but what about this? Oh, look at these blue gradients. Okay, no, no, that's too bright. That's too bright. It was fun though. Finally, we're like, and didn't you enabled Connie? Connie wasn't even thinking about buying it. She says, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to buy it." She bought the same colorway, I think, Debbie, didn't she?
Did she?
Yes.
With the
And I love
black.
the black. Oh my gosh,
It's going
that
to
is gonna
pop.
be the bomb. It is.
I
Those are
love
so
it.
your colors. Those colors remind me of Mina too. Beautiful.
And
I
then
love
the
those
last
colors.
thing I wanted to show, I got some soap.
And it smells so good. And they didn't have the spray in that smell, in that scent, and I was really mad. That was the fig, right?
No,
No, was that fig? Which
no.
one was that?
This is
Fern. No.
no.
Oh, what?
It's called Lacy.
Oh, Lacey.
And I just dropped the
Hold
lid.
it up. Let me smell it again. Hold it up. Oh, yes, I love it.
You are such a goof. And then
Actually, I have to
there
hold it
were
over
some
that
other
way.
gifts that we got that we didn't get to show. Like Cappy gave us a
I
little one of
know.
these guys. And look, I got the
This
blue
little
and pink, and Amy got the
ball.
purple. These are
Oh my
my
gosh, so
colors.
cute. Oh,
And
Debbie, we got, and Seashore
Seashore
Sharon.
Sharon gave us a
Oh my,
cute little, yeah, look with the little
she
sheepy
was
marker.
She was so fun to meet. I didn't know she was a retired nurse. She so looks like a retired nurse. She has that demeanor. That's why she is so incredibly generous.
Yep.
I'm surprised she didn't, after she spent all of her generosity on being a nurse, she finally retired and said, "Forget this. I'm being mean to everybody."
So
I know.
Al's on Dante gave us a viewer coupon code for 10%
Where's
off
mine?
until December 31st, 2016. Look at
Debbie, I
those
had mine in my
gorgeous
bag.
stitch
Oh,
markers
here. There's
with a
mine.
beautiful little owl. So the coupon code is PSP, Periscoping Sisters Podcast 10.
10.
Okay? So go visit her
Gosh.
shop. Leanne was a sweetheart. She came up and said hello during the podcaster meetup. Gave us that.
Toad Hollow. Remember the little zipper thing?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I had candy. Candy's gone. Sorry. You girls were so much fun. I want to just hang out with you guys all day. That was so much fun. And Sue can see them anytime she wants. What's that
I
about?
know. And then I also got this beautiful set of stitch markers from You Make Me Happy.
Oh, yes. Where's mine? Uh, I have them all in this box where everybody gave us stuff, and this
Pink and
tags.
purple. Those are so pretty. And a
Oh,
progress keeper.
shoot. Oh,
And
here.
then I got this. I think Andy got one of these too. Oh, Amy, look at that cute little cupcake.
I know, with the ears.
And then I got this beautiful
Cute.
progress keeper
So
from
cute.
another glass artist, Flame and
Yes,
Fiber. Oh,
yes,
she has
I
a
got a red one.
podcast.
Yeah, she just started. She just got her first one out, or she said she was putting one up.
That's the little feather. We need to,
Here's my little leaf. It's like a little leaf.
yeah.
Oh, shoot.
So thank you. I don't know her
Thank you,
first name.
thank you,
Oh,
thank
Barbara.
you. Barbara, yeah, we saw her a couple times. We kept running into her.
And what else? I think that might be it, Amy. I think that's everything on my table.
And okay, so and of course, but we
Oh,
show that at the on
yes.
the end. At the
Yes.
end. Okay, so I
Oh,
won't go through
wait,
that.
no. Also, Connie's mom purchased something for us while we were at the
At Rinebeck.
Indian Tangled.
Oh,
She
was it
brought
Indian
this.
Tangle?
Yes. This is from One Geek to
Oh
Craft
yeah,
Them All.
my green, my yellows. I think mine fell off though.
Marcia from Brooklyn, New York. MidnightScribbles.com. She has a blog. And she has an Etsy shop, One Geek Craft. These are so cute. Oh my gosh. You ready to show them?
Yep. So cute.
Oh, yours are
Little
showing up really
tree.
good. Can you see mine?
I can't because your hand's behind it. I'm
Little
only kidding.
cup.
No, that's better. Those are pretty. Little purple stripies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we met so many great people. I just want to go back. Can we go back next week?
Not next week, but we got 51 weeks to wait.
Okay, 51 and counting. Tick tock, tick tock. Um, okay, well, my battery's about dead.
Okay, so I guess we'll say goodbye.
So we're going to put in a little podcast that we did on the bed with Connie,
Yeah,
right? And some pictures from Rinebeck.
lots of pictures.
And maybe we'll podcast next week so we can talk about some of the other good things, really incredible things that we got in the mail because we can't help ourselves and keep buying yarn even though it was the
I'm
week
done.
of Rinebeck.
I'm done. At
Well, I'm not
least
going to
for the
say
rest of the
that.
year and into next
Yes,
year.
yes.
I'm
And
gonna
next
knit up
year.
into next year.
Oh, I was going to say,
But I've got
you're
more
really
yarn
getting on the
coming that I already
bandwagon.
bought. I already got the 12
Oh.
skeins of Christmas from
Oh,
Legacy
yes, me
Fiber
too.
Arts. So that's going to be coming.
Me too. Woot woot. Yes, we have to wait till at least after Christmas, for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
And please don't send me yarn for Christmas. I don't need any more yarn.
Great. Now you tell me. I'm only kidding. Okay.
And you and I need to do some podcaster designing planning for into the new year.
Yes.
Because I know we like to fly by night, but it would be really great to have some good ideas ready and set for the
Deadlines,
new
homework,
year.
what?
No, not deadlines, just ideas.
Okay.
Ideas.
Okay, ideas. We'll do a brainstorming session.
Yeah.
But I can't use all my brain up because I need it for work.
Oh, and I don't.
Yeah, no, yours just comes along naturally. Okay, high five. Let's go high five in. Okay, so if you can't be kind,
be quiet. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
See you next year at Rinebeck. You guys got to come out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Excited.
Bye.
Bye.
Are we recording?
Oh, we're recording already?
Hello!
Hello! So we were told when we were here just a few minutes ago by Connie and her mom, Solange, they said, well, you haven't been together since your very first podcast, the very first one you did
Like
way
7
back
months
in
ago.
March, and we said, no, we haven't been together. And they said, well, you must record. You're together. You must record.
And it's like
9:30, almost 10 o'clock at night. We're leaving and getting up at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
So
That's in
a while.
About 5
5
hours.
Okay,
About 5 hours.
so we're gonna put this in the podcast that we will be recording as a little video at the end. So we are here at the Enchanted Cottage, the little house that we
About a mile from the
a very long mile
from the fairgrounds
after
where
you walk
Rinebeck
for
is held.
8 hours at Rinebeck, and then you say, "Oh, we'll just walk. We walk the park.
With
we'll
a
walk
hole.
home
With all the
with
haul,
a with a
the
haul
yard,
and the
yeah.
bag that's 100 pounds." We almost couldn't walk when we got home yesterday. But anyway, I'm Amy. Well, we already introduced ourselves at the beginning of the podcast, but this
right,
is
this
Connie.
is the past.
This is the back. This is the end.
At the
This is
end.
the end.
Okay, so this
Okay.
is Connie, Chili
Hi.
Knits.
Chili Knits.
She is the incredible designer behind all the beautiful neons and all the other
Yes.
beautiful things. So we just wanted to show.
And our other two partners in crime had to leave today about noontime.
Sue and Chelsea.
Sue and Chelsea, we miss you
So much.
And they've already missed all kinds of things. We'll have to
Oh my
catch
gosh,
them
we have a
up.
story about a monkey we got to tell you. It won't be the same because you weren't here.
But
And you won't
it's
think it's
G-rated.
funny, but it's really funny.
Did you rate
It's
So next
G-rated.
time you talk to us, you ask us
But
about
it's
the
a-
monkey because
okay.
it's a funny story. We don't need to tell you guys.
We
in
might
public,
edit
so you
this
don't
out.
care.
We might have to.
Okay.
If we
So
let her keep talking, we may have to.
I'll be quiet. I'm the editor. I get to leave it in if I want to, so you don't get to choose.
Okay, it's probably not going to be edited if Debbie is in charge.
Right.
Okay, Debbie, you're going to show us some things
Yes.
that you got.
So I want to show you a
Just
couple
part
things
of
of
the things.
my favorite things that I bought.
I
So at the
got more.
indie
I hear,
trunk
wait a
show.
minute, I hear the raindrops on roses.
Oh,
See, it's
shut
just a
up.
few of my favorite things.
Should we sing? No.
We're going to make you sing at the end.
No.
You didn't know that, did you?
So we went to the Indie Untangled trunk show on Friday night. Friday
Friday
night?
night,
yes.
Before Rinebeck on Saturday. And I purchased these two beautiful skeins. They were Misfit skeins. They were look at that, photography from Solange. Nice. They were Misfit skeins because they were her prototype for her Halloween colorway. She said, I'm going to tell you a secret about those skeins. So thank you, Kristen. That's very cool. They were Misfit skeins. They're gorgeous. And I also bought this skein to go with it. It's from the Uncommon Thread, and it's a purple, beautiful purple tonal that's going to go
Oh, it's
with it.
gonna look gorgeous.
It's going to be beautiful. I think I was going to make a pure joy with this, with the two
should.
skeins, and then the purple as the border. So that's one of mine.
Will
Connie,
make
you're
you
next.
joyous.
It will bring me joy.
Pure joy, though.
Well, I can't stay away from the bright colors. So
Imagine that.
look at how I'm dressed and look at these. And yes, I bought a lot more. I bought stuff from Woolen as well, but
Where are these from?
these are from Blue Moon Fiber Arts. So Socks at Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Tagi. I've never touched this before, and it's really springy, and I really want it around me.
And these are like
And this one has sparkle.
chilly colors.
I might knit a garter goodness with this
Oh,
and make it into
yes.
a vest. Like Chelsea
Just like
did.
Chelsea wore it on Saturday. Yeah,
Right?
that's awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I got a very special gift from my sister. Nobody else has this as of yet. This is one of her, for lack of a better word, I'll call it a Zentangle bag. And look at all the piecing on the back of my favorite colors. I mean, this is an absolute piece of artwork. Nanny nanny poo poo. It's I have the first
There
one.
will be.
I hate
will
to
be more
brag,
in the
but
shop.
nanny nanny poo poo.
I don't know
I
whether
got
I'll
mine.
make. I don't know whether I'll make this exact type again with
Wait,
all the
look at this.
piecing
I
because
think
it's
you
so much
should.
work.
I think
You think I should?
Yes.
Just charge $150. It's fine.
Oh my god!
Might as well.
Oh, these colors.
All
Imagine
the-
that.
Like a rainbow. I could do multicolored. I guess I could.
It is absolutely
You'll be the
gorgeous.
next
I would
one
buy
that
it.
gets one.
I will buy it.
And
I'll give it to
Tracy,
you as
it's a
gift.
feather,
No.
not a
It's
chili pepper. I'm only kidding, I love her.
Is it a chili? No, it's not
It's
chili.
a feather.
I want a chili.
Okay, Tracy. Okay, so this was another purchase that Debbie and I saw, and we could
Total
not.
impulse buy.
We could
Impulse
not-
of all impulses, but we
not
couldn't
buy
leave
it.
it on the shelf.
This is a kit. Debbie originally had the blue. It was all blues. Look at this sweater. It may be our Rinebeck sweater for next year. It will not
It
be.
has to be.
It will not be a Rinebeck sweater.
Oh, she
I've
would be in
given
so
Debbie-
much trouble, you guys.
I've done a pinky swear with Debbie that I would knit it all by myself. So Debbie had the blues and I had the purples and greens, and at the last minute Debbie said, but I really like those colors. And I said, well, get them too, we'll be twinnies. So these are the colors of the sweater. So they're greens and purples
Maybe like.
and just absolutely
It's
gorgeous.
hard, yeah, it's hard to see through the plastic, but
But
we'll
it's
pull them
going to
out.
be all of these
Should pull
beautiful
them out.
colors.
And in the meantime, while she's pulling a couple of those out, I'm going to show you my other favorite purchase that I got. This is Miss Babs yarn, and you guys, her booth all weekend was insane packed until the very end when we went today. We left her booth probably about noontime, and it was only open till 4 or 5
was
today,
crazy.
and it was still crazy. This is her Kira base, which is a heavy fingering yarn. There's 560 yards in this fingering weight skein, and it's just amazingly beautiful and vibrant.
Squishy.
Squishy.
So
This
squishy.
light doesn't do it much justice, but
Look at
I got these two colors together.
And Miss Babs checked us out.
Yes, we got a
yesterday.
picture with Miss Babs.
Really?
This
Yes.
is Island
So
Dream,
lucky, yeah.
and this is Jonquil.
Yeah,
And I'm not sure what I'm going to make with this. I could probably make a really huge party on my needles or something. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. I could almost probably make a sweater.
You could add a third color.
I could add a third color and make a striped.
Like the one with the stripes
Yeah,
by
Hohi.
no, the other person, Vera Valimaki.
Oh, okay. You'll have to tell me what you got in mind.
The one we saw today, the stripes.
Should we show the cut?
She knows.
Which
I'll
one?
tell you.
Okay.
Here's the colors of the
Oh
sweater.
my gosh.
You see all those
Gorgeous.
colors? Oh my god, they're beautiful. So, I will need a lot of encouragement by everybody. You will have to keep me from talking to my mother
Well,
for a
do we
year.
have to do a square a week
What's
or
the deal
something?
with your mother? Why can't you talk to your mother when you're knitting this? You wanna give that?
No, because she said, Amy, would you like me to finish
Yes,
your Rinebeck
no,
sweater?"
I will have a
Alright.
talking with Nana before we even
No
start
deals
this.
will be made. before-
Yes. I live closer. I can go up there and personally have a talk.
But
Are
duct
you
tape on
gonna
her
get
mouth?
them to finish your sweater, and that's why you don't want her to go and get them to finish her sweater?
No.
I think you're planning something. There.
I think there's
Something
something
really
happening.
sketchy going on there.
No, that's what we need you here all the time with us. Okay, but we are going to knit this sweater, and we can do it in parts, Debbie. I think it's not
It's
complete
as you
stock
go.
in it.
I think
I'll
it's,
be.
you can add it in second.
I
in
think
sections.
I'll be very successful.
But is it like
It's modular. Like you add this and add this, and then you add this
You
strip
add
on.
there,
and
and
you
you
add
pick up
strip.
stitch. It's just
Yeah.
No, you
right?
pick up and you
Yeah.
go. I think somehow. I don't know.
We're going to be a walking piece of art.
We have to.
And my squares may be like wah, wah, wah,
No,
like
they
that.
won't be.
Be half stretched this way. Be like, I knit my own sweater. Can you tell? Yes, it looks like an 8-year-old did it, Amy. Unlike the one you wore to Rinebeck last year, that we knew somebody who knew what they were doing knit.
It'll be fine.
I'll be okay.
I think this is actually easier than the one you knit for
I
this
think
year.
so. I think it's
so
going to be.
too.
It's just like pieces.
It's straight lines.
Yeah.
Yes.
I may not even have to count rows.
No lace.
What if I modified it? Oh my god! I
Don't
better
start
not do
doing
that.
that. Stop thinking about it.
Follow the pattern. This may be the first garment I ever make that I follow the pattern.
I think you're gonna give up on it.
No, I'm not. What? Oh,
You guys watch.
You can't give up on
okay,
it.
Pinky.
You just said it.
Yeah, Ow!
She tried to hurt my finger. Triple pinky swear. I'll do her finger and I'll be nice, and then you get yourself.
Okay,
I'm
I
scared
will
now.
not modify. I will knit it all myself. I'll make sure that my pits are completely closed underneath and not showing to the world.
Okay. And I will finish
pits?
mine.
My armpits. Like if I don't pull it tight, my pits will show. They won't show.
What are you gonna pinky
Wait,
swear
wait
to?
talking about your armpits right
And
now.
because
I'm
she's
gonna make
weird.
sure. I'm making sure that the sweater's
What do you?
completely
We need
done.
to. We need to continue this on and just.
I will have the vest done by next year.
Oh, is that okay?
Of
That's
course I
gonna
will. Look at this color. Is there any way that I will?
So many promises made this late in the day.
Okay, it's
After
it's
glasses
late.
of
We're
wine.
tired.
We better
Can you
relook
tell?
at this later.
I know.
We may have to make
we'll
this
have to
promise.
We
relook.
may need to like.
Cut it completely out. See, we never heard of Connie. We've
Ka-chill.
never met her. We've never heard of Chili Knits or Connie. She's gonna be calling us. What about the video we did?
No, I'm gonna put it in there.
No, if this is like no.
Okay. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.